The moment my mom dismissed my feelings again and I finally stopped trying to be heard, I knew. Something inside me had finally snapped when I heard my own voice. Crack, and my mom still didn't look up from her phone. But let me start at the moment everything truly boiled over, because it didn't happen all at once. It was years of swallowing thoughts, pretending I wasn't hurt, pretending I didn't need anything. Growing up in a small town outside Columbus, my mom had this belief that emotions were a weakness. Life's hard. Toughen up, she'd say whenever I cried, even as a kid. By the time I hit high school, I had trained myself to keep everything tight and quiet. I'd get good grades, come home, and hide in my room. I thought that was normal. I thought I was normal. But the older I got, the heavier everything felt. Especially after my dad left when I was 19. He didn't say goodbye, just moved states with his new girlfriend. I tried talking to my mom about it once. I sat at the kitchen table and said, I feel abandoned. She didn't even pause while folding laundry. She just said, you're too old to be whining about feelings. People leave. Move on. So I did what I've always done. I shut down. Fast forward to a few months ago. I'm 26 now, living in an apartment in the city, working full-time, doing all the things adults are supposed to do. But stress had been eating me alive. Work, bills, relationships, all of it. And like an idiot, I thought maybe this time my mom might actually listen. I drove back home on a Sunday afternoon. She was sitting on the couch, scrolling through Facebook videos with the volume way too loud. I sat across from her and took a deep breath. Mom, can we talk? I've been feeling really overwhelmed lately. I think I might need help, maybe therapy or something. She didn't even mute her phone. She just glanced at me and said, don't start with that. Therapy is just complaining for weak people. You're fine. Everyone feels overwhelmed. Just work harder. I felt this pressure in my chest, like someone pressing their thumb into a bruise. Mom, I'm serious, I said. I haven't been sleeping. I'm anxious all the time. I really need... You think you have problems? She cut in, finally looking at me, but with this annoyed expression, like I'd interrupted her on purpose. I raised you alone. I worked double shifts. I didn't have time for feelings. You young people just want attention. And that was it. That was the moment something inside me just stopped. Not angrily. Not dramatically. It was like a switch flipped that had been forcing me to try over and over to get her to see me. To hear me. To care. I stood up, calm, completely numb. Okay, I said. I won't bring it up again. She shrugged, already back to her phone. I walked out of the house, sat in my car, and felt nothing. No sadness. No anger. Just relief from finally accepting the truth. My mom was never going to be the person I needed. Not when I was 8. Not when I was 19. Not now. That night I made an appointment with a therapist. I didn't tell her. I didn't ask for her approval. I paid for it. Showed up. Talked. Cried. Started unpacking decades of stuffing everything down. Just to keep the peace. And here's the wild part. I'm actually getting better. Slowly, but better. I still visit her sometimes, but I don't try to open up anymore. I keep conversations surface level. It hurts in a quiet way, but it also protects me. Sometimes healing isn't about fixing the relationship. Sometimes it's about accepting who someone is, and finally choosing yourself. And that's the moment I stopped trying to be heard by someone who never wanted to listen in the first place.